Well, that isn't supposed to be there, but rest in peace to those two. Sorry, we had a bit of technical difficulties. Victoria was telling me wrong stuff. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm just guys, how we doing today?
Click the wrong line. Go for it.
How's it going, Gabe?
Good. How you guys doing today?
Doing great, Victoria.
Tired.
I'm also tired. We have a lot to talk about. Tons to talk about. Comic-Con has passed us. This is going to be a bit of a longer show. We got some news at the end. I want to thank everybody that joins us every week. We see Connor and their Bloodbath and Beyond. I see Sky Selenite. And I see Kyle. Everybody that watches the show, thank you guys. We got a lot of things planned. Some news at the end of the show, so stick around. Some really cool news regarding Gabe's sponsorship with OnlyFans and Coca-Cola. So we'll get into that near the end. But in the meantime, let's kick it off with a little bit of the box office report, like we do every single week.
The Nope poster is really long, so I apologize. 44.4 million. Obviously, Nope took the top spot this last weekend. Thor: Love and Thunder still holding 22.6. Minions: Rise of Gru also still holding at 18 million. Where the Crawdads Sing at 10.4. And Top Gun is actually up from last week by about 2 million at 10.3. So somehow this movie still continues to grow after, I don't even know how long it's been since it's been out now.
It's been a long time. It's got a full 90-day release window. Not a lot of movies are getting that. Gabe, what sticks out to you from the box office this week, man?
All of them. To be honest, I mean, every single movie for the most part is in double digits, and that means it's a healthy box office. It's everybody's going to the movies still.
Yeah, everybody's going to the movies. Jordan Peele, 3 for 3, #1 at the box office, 3 movies in a row.
There wasn't any doubt for that, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, this is a movie people are talking about. Love it or hate it, the nation, like everybody that saw it is talking about it, having a full conversation about it. It's cool, man. It's cool.
It's cool. I don't know. I mean, we've always said we're not going to get political on the show, so I don't want to get political. But this movie is his most inclusive movie that he's done. You have African American, you have in the leads you have African Americans, you have a Hispanic, and you have an Asian, and
they're all great in the movie.
And all great. And even like the secondary lead, the cinematographer, he's white. So you have almost every single person, in this movie.
This is a movie that I know a lot of people that would go into a Jordan Peele movie not wanting to like it would bring something like that up. But I think here, the one thing that I think people will leave the theater is confusion over the storyline, which is totally fair. If you don't like a movie, you don't like a movie. But I think it is cool that it is #1 at the box office. And all the leads are damn good. I really love that Keke Palmer's getting the spotlight, too. That's so cool.
She continues to get that spotlight.
She continues, and she's just growing. She's like Thanos with the Infinity Stones at this point, getting better and better.
And she's from Chicago.
Gotta love her. Akilah and the Bee. I've been a fan since day one. Victoria, let's move on to our first news topic of the day. What is that going to be?
The first Wakanda Forever trailer debuted at San Diego Comic-Con this week. I guess last weekend now. What did you think?
Gabe, I'm going to shoot it off to you, man. What did you think of this trailer for Wakanda Forever?
Listen, I don't know. It got me excited, to be honest. It's we've been hearing about it. Obviously, R.I.P. Chadwick.
Yes.
We don't know how the story's going to go. We don't know who's going to take up the mantle of Black Panther, but obviously he's going to be in it. As per the trailer, you see closing shots of somebody wearing the Black Panther suit. The comic books will tell you it's his sister. But, everybody heard the production issues that Disney had with his sister and stuff like that. But besides all that, the thing I am most excited for is Namor. Obviously, I mean, I don't think I have to tell you why. As you can see by my screen name, right? They're bringing in the as they're bringing in Mesoamerican culture into it, whether it be Aztec, Mayan, Olmeca, and to me that is freaking amazing. Like the same thing that DC did with Aquaman and made him Hawaiian, which totally makes sense with the Pacific Islander. The same thing they're going to do now with Namor. And so that's definitely exciting for me because it'd be cool to see Aztec civilization up on the big screen. So that's awesome. That's what gets me. That's what gets me hard right there.
No, I'm with you. I thought from the moment I heard that they were bringing that to Namor, I thought it was a great idea to bring that into it. Namor is a really cool character, but he's also a dick in the comic books. He's not a likable character. He's always he's Mr. Steal Your Girl. Like, he's always trying to take Sue Storm away from Reed Richards. Like, the guy's he's not great. He's an anti-hero. But I think
he's an anti-hero. Yeah.
They're going to bring something really unique and original, and the footage is just beautiful. I mean, we've been talking about Marvel lately, that a lot of things look the same. It's got that same overall feel and look, and people complain about the CGI. They don't like it. Man, I got to tell you, with this trailer, everything hits on all cylinders. You feel the pain and the sadness, everything and that you would expect from a sequel to this movie. And hats off to Ryan Coogler. I don't know if the movie's going to be good. We've heard a lot of production issues.
Right.
But I've always had faith in Ryan Coogler. I love Fruitvale Station. Creed is great. Black Panther is so good. And this, honestly, the footage here is spectacular. Visually, the underwater stuff with with Namor. Oh, it looks so cool. And he looks like Namor. The costume's the same and everything. And
right.
I have a theory, and we'll get into it once we delve into the Marvel stuff near the end. I have a theory on what's going on here, because they really don't tell you a whole lot of the plot other than Wakandians are fighting with the Atlanteans. That's really it. That's all they tell you.
That is. And you know what's cool and what really gets me is I'm a big music guy. Besides movies, you know, if you guys don't know, I'm a big music guy. And the way that they cut in Kendrick Lamar's All Right into it, and it just felt heavy. It's like he was telling us, you know what, Chadwick died, you know, the Black Panther's not going to be here, but everything's going to be all right. And they cut to like Kendrick's, all right. And it's just, but he slowed it down and he chopped it up and he screwed it, right? And it just felt so perfect for that trailer.
And I got it. Even Angela Bassett, who is one of the greatest actresses of all time, she's great in the first movie, but she definitely doesn't have a ton to work with. It's not her movie.
She takes a backseat to it at the first.
In this trailer, they showcase something of her where it's classic Angela Bassett. She gets the tears work, and it's just like, man,
Stella gets her groove back.
Man, you feel everything in this trailer. From the music, the intercutting of the music is perfect, but the footage looks beautiful, and I love the way they're handling Chadwick's passing, because he was fantastic as the character. He brought something that was so unique and heroic, and I love everything I'm seeing. I'm really blown away by the trailer. I think it looks awesome.
It does.
Real quick, I'm going to mention some of the comments here. We got Blake joining us. Thank you for joining us today, Blake. Great trailer, but I have my concerns. They should have recast the role of T'Challa. Hey, you're not alone there, man. A lot of people do feel that way. I think the filmmakers overall I know they think nobody else can play that role, and I think they're going to stick to their guns on that. But I see a lot of people sharing this sentiment.
Yeah, Kevin Feige had mentioned a couple of times that he doesn't think anybody else could take the mantle of it.
Yeah, we got Brett here. Namor was referenced in Endgame. He was, and I like I said, I'm excited for Namor, dude. And thank you for joining us, Brett. And then Adrian with Flopbuster, brought to you by Pepsi. It's actually brought to you by Cherry Vanilla Coke. All right, it's always brought to you by there. We don't care about Pepsi. But Victoria, what is the next news topic of the day?
This one's funny to me because I thought the screenshots a while ago looked bad, but She-Hulk has a new trailer. But it also hinted at the return of Daredevil, which we're going to also talk about again later on. But I didn't see this one. What did you guys think of it, though?
So listen, She-Hulk, I was one of the defenders of the first trailer. I know everybody ripped on the CGI and stuff, but I'm like, it is Uncanny Valley. It is She-Hulk. I understand it. I know a lot of people are just like, it looks weird. I love She-Hulk. I love that comic book. I love that character. Man, I've always loved that character. I think what they're doing is so... it's great. I think it looks funny. I like the cameos. I'm really digging it. I dig the trailer. I love that Daredevil's returning in full force, by the way. Like, fucking, they're like promoting Charlie Cox's return in this and the Spider-Man animated show, and then obviously his show, which we'll talk about later. But I'm really digging this. And the CGI does look better. As we know, Marvel is having some CGI issues right now. There's a lot of VFX artists that are pissed off. But Gabe, what do you think of the trailer?
Listen, I really hate you right now because you're the first guy that when the monsters came out, oh my God, this trailer looks terrible. This trailer looks terrible. Rob Zombie's killing the monsters. And then you get the She-Hulk trailer that was also terrible with the CGI. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I love the terrible CGI. I don't know something. It's like you pick and choose what you're loving.
When did I say the CGI was terrible? I never said the CGI was terrible.
I get, but it was pretty bad.
By whose account? The YouTube compression that you watched it on?
By mine.
See, I got him. I win. What did you think of the trailer?
I mean, the trailer was good. I mean, what I'm looking for more than likely, and I've already seen that they've mentioned him, is Mark Ruffalo coming back to play the Hulk. Right?
Yeah.
So, in the cast of in the casting, they have Mark Ruffalo in there. So I have Mark Ruffalo sort of like hand the baton over, whatever they're going to do with him in that series. It's going to be awesome to see, because you're not getting back those original Avengers. So, as little bits and pieces that we could see of those original Avengers, I'm all for it. Plus, you're adding, Charlie Cox to the mix. It's going to be great. Maybe She-Hulk and Daredevil could battle it out since they're both going to be lawyers.
Exactly. No, I agree with you. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Marvel came out swinging this Comic-Con, so we're in agreement on it. Besides the CGI, which I think everybody, everybody's talking about the CGI. But anyway,
I want you to put up there.
What's up?
Go back. Comments.
You want? Oh, there's a comment you want me to feature. What am I talking about here?
It's about you.
Flip block.
You like CGI and you don't.
Listen, all right. The Munsters. I'm gonna give it its fair shake. I'm gonna like it. I think I'm gonna enjoy it, even though I ripped on that ass trailer that everybody was defending here. To my
but
surprise.
you did. But you ripped it.
Hey, I got you already. Compression rate. I say compression rate.
Okay.
Lots of trailers this week. New Shazam, Fury of the Gods.
What do we think?
I really like the first Shazam, so I think it's gonna be good.
Gabe, what do you think of this trailer? I don't think I got your thoughts on Shazam 2. I don't think we talked about it.
Shazam. I've been waiting for Shazam. I thought they were going to do like a really quick turnaround for Shazam 2, but they've waited 3-4 years now for
3 years.
Shazam.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer again today when I went to go see a movie. It looked good. I mean, it's going to be one of those. It was like DC's turnaround with like Shazam, Aquaman, Wonder Woman. Yeah. It's like they were going away from the dark and gritty Suicide Squad, Superman, whatever, and then they came out with these lighthearted, more jokey superheroes, and it worked for Shazam. And it looks like they're trying to keep that same tone for Shazam 2. They made jokes to the Fast and Furious, to Helen Mirren, and I was like, okay, that's hilarious. So I'm hoping for all good things for Shazam 2. I'm in for it. I'm in for the ride.
It looks fun. I like David Sandberg. Shazam has always been a character that, I'm not the biggest fan, but whenever I picked up a Shazam comic, I always enjoyed it. And it's the Billy Batson of it all, being this little kid that has powers. And it's like Big, and that's what the first movie felt like. It felt like Big with superheroes. And it only helps that the cast is incredibly charming, and I think that we're going to get a solid sequel here. I think DC is doing something unique with the Shazam character, where it's, like you said, it's a lot more lighthearted, it's a lot more fun, and it could keep that tone. It doesn't need to be anything more than family fun, and I think that's really cool.
Right.
So the trailer's a big thumbs up, though. I think the sequel is going to be cool. I like that David Sandberg came back. Connor's mentioned David Sandberg. I think he's such a great director. Annabelle Creation, he did a great job with that. Lights Out, obviously. Yep. So, Adrian, we're going to get to Black Adam. The hierarchy of the DC power, it's about to change, as the book says for like the 1,000th time. Looks like Fury of the Gods is going to be a lot of fun. I'm here for it. Yeah, man.
Now, what's cool about a lot of these superhero movies that I've noticed, because you guys mentioned Sandberg, is that you have a lot of horror directors directing these superhero movies. Sandberg won, and it's just, I'm all in for it. It's like, they know. That's the thing about horror, right? And we always talk about it, is you have comedians that do horror, really great, Chris Rock, Jordan Peele, whatever, and then the directors as well. It's like they understand the horror of it, and they understand the lightheartedness that movies can also be.
And I feel like the best comic book movies have come from horror directors. Like they really understand the material, and that there's a fine line to walk. Richard Donner, Ullman, Superman, Sam Raimi. People love to bring up Sam Raimi. Right. Like Zack Snyder, say what you will, but he made a great Dawn of the Dead, and the dude loves comic book visuals. So it makes sense that he'd love to make comic book movies. But I agree with you. It's so crazy. David Sandberg, James Wan, all these guys love horror movies. They also make damn good comic book films.
They do.
So it's so cool. Speaking of Shazam and the hierarchy of power in the DC cinematic universe, it's about to change. What do we got,
I'm just
Victoria?
gonna call this Black Rock. There's no point. But there's another trailer out. It's only like a minute. Out in October. I just don't feel excited for this one.
So to be fair,
Sorry, Rock.
the footage that Comic-Con saw was like 6 minutes, and everybody swears who was in attendance that it looked incredible and it was the best footage they saw all
I
day.
don't believe them.
We'll never know. We were never there. Victoria isn't excited, so you're like the least comic booky person here. So that's
Yes.
like a very like, you know, you like them when they're good, and if not, whatever.
I just feel like he's just The Rock.
The Rock's The Rock in every movie. It was
Yeah.
very charming. Now it's starting to be like, all right, change it up. Do the rundown with Sean
Kevin
William Scott
Hart.
again. This is a movie that's been in the works for a very long time. I remember reading it on like superhero hype posts, like way back in 2008, 2009. So, Gabe, what did you think of this trailer? I'll pass it to you first.
I'm excited. You know what? I'm going to say I'm excited for The Rock. I think you guys are correct, right? It's The Rock being The Rock in most of his movies. But most of his movies are written by people that work for him and people that, you know, just basically his yes man. So yes, you're right. The Rock in his movies is The Rock. But I think this is a DC's IP. So he has to go based on source material in a sense. So I feel like, okay, we could chalk it up to The Rock being The Rock, but I could also see them just being like, yo, you cannot just be The Rock in this. We'll give you some Rock scenes. But these are comic book nerds. These are comic book, you know, people that are going to go see it. They expect to see, you know, comic book events. They don't expect to see you just smoldering and doing all this other stuff, you know? So I like I said, I'm going to hold judgment before I see the movie, but I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be good. I think we're going to get a better version of The Rock than what we've been getting recently.
Something I do want to note is we only heard about it again. It was in the Comic-Con footage. We did not get that. We got a condensed version of what they saw. Is Amanda Waller is back, Viola Davis, and there's a lot of Suicide Squad connections with Black Adam. It's pretty much, I guess, hinted at that she forms the Justice Society to go after Black Adam, which I'm really excited about the casting there with the Justice Society. I think it looks really cool. Like Dr. Fate, like all those characters, I think look really, really awesome. I think the visuals in this look good. So this is one of those movies I just got to wait and see. What's it going to be? Because I can't tell yet, but I think it looks solid.
Right.
But I can't get a feel of anything else. The director was the same dude that did The Shallows, which is really solid film. I really enjoyed that film. So I guess this is a wait and see, but you're right about The Rock. I mean, I think we might get something a little different. This is a passion project that he's waited 10 years to work on. So
right.
We'll see.
And the one last thing I would add to the entirety of this is you have shit, never mind. I lost my train of thought on that one. Damn it. It was gonna be good too.
A couple things I want to touch on real quick. So Annabelle being in the Fury of the Gods trailer. Forgot to bring it up. There's a screenshot. You guys can find it. Really cool.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
for
New Line is
Universe.
producing that. I thought that was weird. I saw New Line. And
they
again,
produced the first one too.
and again, it goes to show you that Freddy is last on their mind. They're promoting Annabelle over Freddy.
He's last in their mind.
Fuck New Line right now.
We got Bloodbath talking about comedy and horror have similar beats, like a punchline is a scare. Same thing, dude.
Absolutely.
And you know, John Carpenter, Big Trouble in Little China, Memoirs of the Invisible Man, like it's a fine line to walk, and horror directors, I don't know, they seem to get it. And we're gonna get to the AntMan footage too, Brett. We're gonna break that down.
I remembered. What I was gonna.
What was it? I was waiting.
Oh, you were waiting. Okay, no. So what I think it's gonna be pretty weird is if they're gonna make Black Adam very dark, how The Rock wants it. Black Adam and Shazam end up fighting. I don't know how they're gonna try to mix in Black Adam's, darkness with the lightheartedness, family-oriented Shazam, because that's essentially what the fight is alluding to.
He really wants to fight Superman.
I know he
Weird.
does.
It's really weird that he keeps pushing for that.
I know
Like
it does.
you fight Shazam. That is your foe, Shazam.
Right.
You are reverse Shazam. Like you are fighting him. Why do you keep riling people up about this Superman bullshit? It's not going to happen.
No.
But it's The Rock. He's doing the whole WWE thing. But anyway, Victoria, what is the next topic of the day?
John Wick Chapter 4 had a teaser release. My favorite part is when you told me, did you see the new John Wick photo? And I said, yeah, he looks the same as the last 3 movies. But Bill Skarsgård's in this one.
Bill Skarsgård's
really
in this. Donnie Yen, Gabe, what did you think of that little tease we got?
I'm so excited for John Wick to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is just, America's sweetheart.
Dude,
So-
talk about a comeback. When this movie, the first one, was announced, I heard nothing about it. And then the trailer came out like 3 weeks before the movie came out. And then I had free passes through my college to go see it. So me and my friends wanted to see it, and we were blown away by it. And then I took my mom to go see it and my dad to go see it. And this movie just kept growing into it was a word-of-mouth film that everybody kept talking about. To where now it's this big franchise. The second movie's great. The third movie's great. This one looks great. And I've heard nothing but great things from behind the scenes. The gun sword fight looked insane between him and Donnie Yen. And from what I know, this is the John Wick version of the good, the bad, and the ugly. And Bill Skarsgård, I believe, is one of the main villains in the movie. And I love that guy. So
Is he? Yeah, I like him too. I like his other brother a little bit better.
you like his other brother? I mean, we do. The North.
Alexander Skarsgård. Yeah.
All back muscle. Man.
Yeah, he's a Norse god. No, but you know what? I don't know. Keanu Reeves, I loved his renaissance. He did that. Was it 47 Ronin? And that
47
one.
Ronin.
That one was basically everybody was telling him that's the end of his career. 47 Ronin.
I remember that.
It bombed so bad, right? And then he had Knock Knock right after that, which I didn't see it when it came out. I saw it recently, and I thought it was great. But again, it just didn't help his career at that time. And basically, he was dead. And it's all right, here comes John Wick. And John Wick just revitalized his career. And it's just made him the number one man again.
It reminds me of the run Jackie Chan went on this run in the 80s with the police story movies. And it was very much like, nobody knows what I can do, so I'm going to show them what I can do. And the John Wick movies feel like Keanu is down, and he's like, hey, I still got it, and I'm going to show you I can be one of the greatest action stars you'll ever see. Right? And I think that's so, so cool. And I think that these movies they work so damn well, man.
But his action work, I never questioned his action work. His action work has always been there from the very beginning. You had him as Johnny Utah in
Point Break. Yeah.
Point Break. You have Speed. You have the Matrix franchise. He's always been an action guy, even though he mixes it up. That's the thing is he mixes up his filmography. Anything from action to romantic comedies. Dracula at the beginning.
Yeah.
What's that one where it's he plays a gay? I think he's gay in the Idaho movie.
Oh, My Private Idaho. Yeah.
My Private Idaho. He's had such a wide range. Unfortunately for a lot of people, all they remember was Bill and Ted's whoa and whatever. But he has a great filmography. He does it all. Dude,
he was down bad. It's the Nick Cage thing where the internet tries to convince you that they're terrible actors. When it's just no, dude, they're not. It's the Nickelback effect. It's if they provide so many people with solid entertainment for 20 years, and every time I see a Keanu movie, I'm just so happy that he's in the spotlight and people love him and he's so wholesome, but these movies just whip ass. I know when a John Wick movie's coming, it's going to be quality because the filmmakers care enough to make it quality. It's the same filmmakers who make all these movies. Right. They're coming every time it's a new one. It's just yeah, but I don't care. You know why? Because Mission Impossible is on its 8th film, and Tom Cruise and Chris McQuarrie are there to make sure that it's quality. Same thing with the John Wick movies. As long as Keanu and Chad, I forget his name, the director, as long as they're there making these movies.
You just blocked.
Who did I block?
Connor.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Oh shit! Did I block? Can I unblock Connor? Connor, I believe I just blocked you by accident.
Damn.
You know what's guys? I'm getting these porn
bots,
and I'm sorry, it does look badass, man. Like we got this guy talking about cuck hydrate. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. It's something Matthew Chen. How do I unblock Connor? Connor, I do not mean to block you, dude. I do not know. God damn it. It's the
You're
goddamn
black from this
sex
channel
bots.
now.
It's the sex
Watch
bots.
him hover over it and press block.
God damn it. How do I do the unblock? Somebody tell me how to unblock a user.
And they're still here.
The porn bots are like fucking up the show right now. The porn bots are getting on my nerves. They're all over the place. Connor, if you're out there, if you're watching the show, I'm sorry that I blocked your comment. I did not mean to block your comment.
Can he still watch?
He can still watch. He won't be able to comment, but I did not mean to do that. It's the porn bots.
What did he comment?
I don't know. I hit block, and I think his comment jumped up just in time. Go to YouTube settings and look at block list. Okay, we're gonna unblock Connor right now.
Keep going.
The porn bots are still
Active.
God damn, the porn bots are in heavy tonight. All right, guys, we're gonna move on while Victoria unblocks Connor. Okay, and then I will run down the next topic. Gabe, we got our first look at
Pearl.
Mia Goth in Pearl, a film by Ty West, sequel to X. What do we think, man? We were big on X. We were hooting and howling the entire screening. Get the Blu-ray right there. We were cackling with laughter because we were so uneased about it. The movie was great. It's a great slasher flick. It's a great movie about the making of movies and everything that goes into it. Cast was aces. Mia Goth, outstanding. What do we think? What do we think of this trailer?
It's exciting to see this. It looks even more brutal than the first one. And it's I don't know. I'm just excited to see that aesthetic and that look. It doesn't look as grainy as it doesn't have the feel of like the 70s.
It looks like Technicolor, like a 1950s Technicolor movie. Yeah,
it's like it reminded me, at least color wise, of Midsommar, where it was super bright and colorful, and just in that aspect, right? And it's like horror during the day. It's what I got out of it, and I'm there for it as well because I don't know. It's just X was amazing. I didn't know I needed a prequel to the old lady, but yeah, I'm gonna watch it. And look excited. It looks brutal. It looks very violent.
We're getting a lot of callbacks to X. It's playing with the same themes. I think this looks way more well shot. I thought X was great because it's got that 70s grindhouse Texas chainsaw look. This is going for a more static, wide shot, Technicolor film. And I think that is equally as cool. I think I lean towards that because that's the type of filmmaking that I like. So I thought this trailer just blew my mind. The horror looks great in it. It looks like it's going to be gory as all hell. We got the Gators back. So I just think Mia Goth, man, you could hear the Pearl in her voice, like the old lady, but you know what I mean? Like you could hear it. It's still the same character. You could tell.
I think it's gonna be cool to watch X after watching Pearl and really realizing why she's so freaking mad all the time about it. Because it looks like there's a more dirty movie in this one.
I can't forget. I can't believe I forgot the name of the character when it's right in the title. It's Pearl.
You're like, what's that character's name? But man, this trailer was cool, man. What else did you think?
It still does the dirty movie spin, and it's this is the first of its kind. Right. Is this legal? Oh, it's gonna be the first of a kind, and everybody's gonna be watching this later on. And it's okay, he was right. Everybody, for the most part, watches a lot of porn.
The X Factor line is in there, just like with the first film. So I'm shocked how much money was put into this, because A24 just they pretty much greenlit 2 niche sounding film projects. And
listen, A24 has money. They have that Uncut Gems money now.
They do, man. They do. And Everything Everywhere All at Once made $100 million, and now they can make a ton of crazy weird movies. And man, that poster is one of the best posters I've seen in a very, very long time. That poster's sick. It looks very old school. I love the writing on there. I mean, the movie just looks great. I think this is going to be a damn good time.
What a great year for horror. Original horror for that, too.
No, 100%. I mean, between this, I know everybody's big on the sadness right now. I know you were big on that.
I am.
Watcher was pretty cool. Black Phone, obviously. So Scream, we can't forget about that. Like
Scream,
that was still a fun
Nope.
time. Yeah. No, man, I'm really excited for this. I'm really excited for everything that we got going. What are you looking for, Victoria?
I don't know. I don't know how to unblock. I did what
Connor will get you unblocked
I
if
did
you're
what
watching.
Brett said, and it says like you don't have anyone blocked.
Right now we're gonna look at the comments real quick. Mia Goth looks so good. Getting her time to shine as a villain should be amazing. I agree. I agree. For Brett's got you covered right here. For blocking,
That's what I did.
go to your user you blocked. God damn, the sex bots are back, man.
So how do I go there?
Somebody unleashed the sex bots on us. This is like
What's his channel called? Scroll up.
Oh man, this is
Channel
a wild episode, guys.
Wild.
Known as President CM. We'll get him back.
I'm trying to do it.
All right, Gabe. This is a movie that you've talked about before. I was pretty interested in it because I love this filmmaker. Let me go ahead and hide that comment real quick. And this is a movie that comes to Netflix fairly soon, I believe in the fall. Pinocchio, Guillermo del Toro. We love that guy.
We love him.
Just to make note real quick, there's 2 Pinocchio movies coming out. Robert
almost had
Zemeckis,
the wrong
Tom
one.
Hanks. Victoria wrote down the wrong one, and I said, that's not the right movie. But now we
Why
have
is
the
there
right
2?
graphic of it. And I think this movie looks incredible. I think it looks really cool and wholly original. I love the stop motion animation. It's got that Tim Burton feel that you mentioned while still being Guillermo del Toro. I loved Nightmare Alley. So, man, every time a Guillermo movie comes out, he just knocks their socks off. Gabe, what do you think?
Hey, man, you already know me. Guillermo del Toro. I'm there. You know, I think I was excited. He kept on announcing on Facebook that he was going to release it and stuff. And so I kept on looking, and I believe I sent it to you the other day. Like, first thing is, like, as soon as I saw it got released, like within the hour, I sent it to you. And I am excited to see this movie and his take, like you said. And you like stole the words right out of my mouth. Is stop motion animation, which really isn't done. There's a little bit of backstory for that. It's taken them 10 years to do this. No studio wanted to invest the money to make a stop motion Pinocchio movie.
Yeah. No, I think it looks incredible, man.
Yeah,
Netflix
cool.
is raining money down on people, so they just gave this guy money to make something really
that's
cool.
basically what it is. Netflix footed the bill. Now, another cool note that I found for this movie is most of the animation took place in Mexico, where Guillermo del Toro is from. About 60% of the animation was done in Mexico, and the other 40% was done up in like Seattle, Washington. So this is a love project for Guillermo at this point.
No, dude, I'm excited. Real quick, I want to mention Connor is back. Connor, we'll figure out how to get your other channel unblocked at some point after the show. But good that you came back. We're happy to have you back.
The thing is, there's no block list on StreamYard, so maybe it's just like for this one.
It's probably for this stream, I would guess. And we'll probably have him back. If not, Connor, you message me and we'll figure this out. And you do support us every week, man. I'm sorry. The sex bots got me all screwed up. They were flooding the timeline of comments, and I was like, what's going on? But I think Pinocchio looks great, dude. I think it really does. I think every movie we act shocked that Guillermo del Toro is a great filmmaker, but he continues to make really good, top-notch art, and that's what
he does.
Art. I mean, I'm down for this.
I mean, the Pinocchio looks wooden. He looks like an actual wood made out of wood. He
looks like he's made out of wood, and it looks the right amount of creepy and sincere and cute too. So I'm down for this, dude. Victoria, I'll let you take over. What's our next topic of the day?
There is a official trailer for Samaritan now. Again, it comes out August 26th on Prime Video. He's looking good in that picture.
I like that
gray beard.
That glued on beard Sly's got going on. It's not a real beard. I don't know what's up with that. Gabe, what do you think of this trailer? We talked about this movie, I believe, a week ago. We saw some first look images. What do we think?
The only thing I am against for this trailer and for this movie is that it's not coming to theater. This looks like a theater release. Like, I wish, Amazon and Slide decided, like, yo, let's release this to the theaters. And if that has a small theater run, I'm all game. I'll probably go watch it in the theater. But this movie belongs in the theater. It doesn't belong on streaming.
No, I agree. This filmmaker, solid guy, made Overload. not Overload. That's a
Overload.
different movie. Overlord, which is a great movie. Overload is the porn parody, apparently. But Overlord was awesome. It was so cool. It was a throwback to the John Carpenter sort of B movies of the 80s. Great effects. Love that film. I think this looks great. And this movie was supposed to be in theaters. Back at CinemaCon a year ago, they saw this trailer, and the audience was told that this movie was coming to theaters. Now we know MGM had a bit of issues. They were sold off to Amazon. Amazon got their catalog. I'm guessing this is one of those movies that they thought, hey, this would go great on our streaming service along with our 10 other Tom Clancy adaptations.
TV shows.
So we'll just throw it on there. But I am excited for this, man. I'm excited for anything that Sly does. I think in his old age, he still turns out really solid work between Creed. The last Rambo was fun, and this too. This looks really good. I'm excited for it.
So am I. Like I said, Sly always has had a soft spot in my heart. You know, growing up with the Rocky movies, the Cobra, all these, you know.
Yeah.
And so to see him still acting and still looking built well into his, 60s and 70s, that's awesome.
Sly, I don't care what horse steroids you take. You're always going to be my guy. They heard you talking about Overload.
Oh yeah, the porn bots came back.
The porn bots came back. God damn it, porn bots. All right, Victoria, what is the next topic of the day?
This one I'm excited for, and there's actually a new trailer as of 12 hours ago. It's a 3-hour Marilyn Monroe biopic with Ana de Armas.
Yep.
It's called Blonde. Looks pretty cool.
This movie is notorious. This movie has a reputation, we'll say. It's been in production for a very long time. This book is very controversial. Just to let you guys know, this book isn't really historically accurate. It's a fictional account. It's a fictional story of Marilyn. Like, a lot of things that happen in this book represent a bigger picture and the themes that were going on in her life. Most stuff will be accurate, but they do take some liberties within the story, the writer. And the movie is very faithful to that book. It's 3 hours. It's NC-17. It's very brutal, from what I'm told. And it has its premiere next month at Venice. Gabe, what did you think of the trailer?
It's all right. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. No, I don't know. I'm excited to see Marilyn Monroe. Ana de Armas is great, and most of the stuff that she's done. So, I mean, speaking of which, right, Knock Knock, which is the first time I saw her in something. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm in though for 3 hours.
It's long.
Marilyn Monroe. Yeah. Maybe I am because it's NC-17, so that and it's Ana de Armas, right? So that means, of course, there's gonna be nudity. We're gonna have a.
I don't think you're alone, judging by the comments here. I mean, we got Bloodbath and Brett, man. Everybody here seems to agree with you, man. So
I'm just saying, like, there's certain actresses, right, that are given that in their movie they're gonna be nude. It's like Julianne Redbeard Moore. She's gonna be nude. Ana de Armas is in there as well. It's like, so.
How fitting is that? Ana de Armas as of late, has been seen as a sex symbol. It helps that she's an incredibly good actress. She's so good. Everything I've seen her in, she's top notch and charismatic and funny. She's so good. But it's kind of a fitting match of actor and material. You could tell she still got the accent and everything. I could still hear it. But I think it's all a creative choice because she's representing what Marilyn Monroe was. And I think that's something this movie is going to do a great job nailing down. So I think she looks great in the role too.
So a little bit of information about that. And I don't mean to be like your general fucking Latino speaker about things, but listen, Marilyn Monroe, for all intents and purposes, you guys could look this up. She considered herself a Latina. She was born in Mexico. So she considered herself Latina. So they have Ana de Armas speaking with her Spanish accent, and it's a choice. They made that choice because Marilyn Monroe considered herself Hispanic.
Yeah, and this movie it's taking liberties too. So
it's taking liberties of it.
Fantasy.
So the Hispanic community have always, I don't know, said Marilyn Monroe was part of our community. It's a toss-up. Historians say she wasn't. Marilyn Monroe herself said that she was. So it's like you said, they're going to be taking liberties, and they took the liberty and they went this route with it. So
The footage looks stunning too. Victoria, you said you were interested in it. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm coming off of the Elvis one, which was good. I didn't know a lot about Elvis in general. I honestly don't know a lot about Marilyn Monroe, so I think it'll be good for that reason. Like,
but
just actually
Marilyn
yeah.
Monroe is like the role model of all like women for some
Uh-huh.
reason.
Yeah.
Gene.
But no, I think Blake says
It's
I'm
like
not-
what's
I'm
that
not
quote
thirsty.
that
I'm
listen
pretty sure my wife would leave me for
what's that quote that every woman attaches to Marilyn Monroe, like if you can't like love me at my worst, you don't
Yep.
deserve me at my best,
I'll
or
leave a
whatever.
picture for her.
Brettman says even Knock Knock was good with Armis. There's a lot of people that I know that are fans of that movie. Eli Roth, man. But that was
Knock,
really
knock.
her start there.
You don't say no to pizza.
Ice cream with sprinkles. Okay, Victoria, what is our
I'm gonna have you leave this up
right.
because I'm gonna go through the dates.
We got the main attraction. What is it?
Marvel release dates for like the next 3 years. First of all, so I don't know if it's up there. I don't think it is, but obviously Phase 4 is ending with Wakanda Forever, November 11th. We have AntMan kicking off Phase 5, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, February 17th, 2023. Secret Invasion, which is spring 2023. Guardians 3, May 5th, 2023, which I'm super excited about. Oh, I don't have Echo on there, but it is on there for summer 2023, it looks like. Loki Season 2, super excited about that one. Also summer 2023. The Marvels, July 28th. Ironheart, fall 2023. Blade, in November 3rd, which I know you guys are excited about from what I remember. Agatha, Covenant of Chaos, which is obviously a spinoff from WandaVision. That's coming in the winter of 2023 and into 2024. So now we're into 2024. We've got Daredevil Born Again. Not yet. You did it too soon.
God damn it.
Daredevil Born Again. Captain America New World Order in May. Thunderbolts July 26th, and now you can switch. Fantastic Four, which everyone has been talking about for I don't even know how long, forever. November 8th, and then it skips to there's a big gap, big old gap, where it jumps to Avengers: The Kang Dynasty in May of 2025 and Avengers: Secret Wars, November 7th of 2025.
Now, guys, I know there's a couple titles that aren't there. It's because Marvel's waiting for D23. So this was overwhelmingly a big amount of series and movies coming soon, right? But they have a ton to show still at D23.
Something that's not there is Kevin Feige said Harry Styles is returning.
Okay, Harry Styles is returning too. So what we're gonna do, guys, because there's too much to talk about. There's a lot to talk about. We could go on forever. We can make this as its own thing. We're gonna run down the list, but we'll start off with Ant-Man, and we'll just say what we're excited about with it, if we're excited, and then move on from there. That way we could kind of condense this.
Go through it.
All right. So Phase 5, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Gabe, what do we think? Yes. What do we think of this one?
I'm excited for for what's his face?
Kang?
No, for Ant-Man? For
Ant-Man?
Paul Rudd.
Oh, Scott Lang. Yeah.
Scott Lang.
Paul Rudd. Sweetheart. Yeah.
Oh, the ever eternal Paul Rudd. I mean, he still looks the same as he did in Clueless.
Yeah. He looks great. We're getting Bill Murray in this too. Bill Murray is confirmed for Ant-Man 3.
He wasn't canceled?
He was not canceled, as far as I know. Although I think that's still going on. Whatever it is that happened on that set, who knows? We're getting MODOK. Probably some Fantastic Four hints, I would assume, because it's Quantumania. And
right.
Kang obviously is the bad that we've seen in Loki. So we're getting a variant of Kang. So they're saying this is a very important film within the next few years.
5.
Which I'm glad. I wasn't a big fan of this phase. So this Phase 5 looks great.
Phase 5 does look great. And I think Wakanda Forever looks fantastic, and I think it'll end Phase 4 on a really great note. But I'm really excited for Ant-Man. Dude, I love both Ant-Man movies. I know they're not for everybody. They're very whimsical, family-friendly, and lighthearted. But I like that stuff.
As long as they bring back Michael Pena as well.
As Luis, yeah. He was great.
Luis.
The whole cast in those movies, I think, do a great job, man. So I'm down for this. Everything I've heard, MODOK, Kang, I think it's going to be solid. Michelle Pfeiffer is also back. So Bill Murray, who the hell is he playing?
Bill
Next,
Murray.
Bill Murray's in it.
He's
Who knows?
playing
He's
Bill
gonna
Murray.
play Bill Murray. Scott Lang's dad, I guess. Something like that. He's gotta
Probably,
be,
right?
right?
It's giving Kurt Russell.
Okay, we got Secret Invasion, the TV show. What do we think? What do you know?
Not much.
I'm a little
What do you
confused
know?
still about how they're doing this.
What Secret Invasion are they doing? They're doing. I
It's-
mean, eight.
It's
Was
the
it?
invasion of the Skrulls. So the Skrulls, that's what Secret Invasion is. Nobody
Right.
it's like who's who. But
Because
I don't-
Hydra's done, so Hydra's not
Hydra's done.
invading.
But they've established that the Skrulls are good and they're allies. So either somebody's turning evil or they're going to say the Skrulls were evil all along. Something like that. So I am excited, but I don't know much of how they're going to adapt that storyline. And it is a show where it's pretty much S.H.I.E.L.D. based. So Sam Jackson's really going to be the star of this. That's all I know. Maria Hill, Colby Smulders will be back. That's really it. There's not much detail.
So are they gonna make the ABC show Agents of Shield canon? Because I know they were been fighting about that for so long.
I
The
don't
Agents
think
of
it is.
Shield.
I don't think it is. I think Kevin Feige came out and said that show is not canon. So I think at some point he could cherry pick and say what is and what isn't. Something else we should say is Emilia Clarke, your girl, man. She's gonna be in the show. Rumored. I just
Favorite
started.
that
I did not mean to favor the sex spots. Rumored to be the villain. So yeah, she's rumored to be the villain. I think that sounds cool, but I don't know much about this other than what I read in the comic books, and I don't think this is gonna be the same thing.
Right.
It's really it. But I'm excited either way. Next we have Guardians 3. I think everybody's excited for Guardians 3.
This is where I think Eternals is gonna pick up. It's my theory because obviously, like I said, Harry Styles.
God
I want
damn
him
it.
to be in it because at the end of Eternals, if you haven't seen it, they play "Feels Like the First Time" by Foreigner, and it's giving Guardians.
It's giving Guardians.
It's giving Guardians, and Harry Styles is gonna be in Guardians 3. I said what I said.
Gabe, what do we real quick? What I meant, everybody's going in the comments talking about Marvel and stuff. Okay, so one of the mystery projects being Eternals.
agree with
Bloodbath
that.
wants Red Hulk. That would be sick, dude. Another unknown project is Spider-Man. Sony will announce that.
The
I'm
live
guessing at
action
CinemaCon. One of the CinemaCons.
Live action.
Spider-Man 4. Sony will be the one announcing that one. And we got MODOK and AntMan. Yes, we do. I have like 5 MODOKs. Yeah, MODOK is sick, man. I can't wait for MODOK. Oh man, we got
Chad.
Yup. Here we go, man. We got everybody in here. Cool. So Gabe, what were we talking about? I lost my thought.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
What do we think?
Hey, I think this is gonna be the last rodeo for this crew.
Yeah.
Batista has already said that he's done playing Drax with this. I could give or take Drax. I mean, I think they can continue Guardians of the Galaxy without Drax. Drax, he's already done with his storyline, right? His whole entire thing was to kill Thanos. He's done. So whether Batista wants to come back or not as Drax, that's fine. You could always add another Guardian of the Galaxy into it without Drax. I'm just excited to see their story end. And I wish, they would continue later on down the line with more stories. Obviously, Groot's going to have his little short series as Baby Groot or whatever. But they could continue Guardians with different, crew members, Groot and Raccoon or...
There's a ton of comments, and they have Adam Warlock now too. But another thing that they did not announce is the Guardians Holiday Special, and we're getting that.
But we already knew that.
We're getting that this year. We're getting that in December. We do know that this is the final rodeo. They have said that. Everybody has said they're not coming back. All of them are not coming back at all. Once James Gunn is done, they're done, and he says he's done. He says this is a definitive ending. Doesn't mean anybody's going to die, but this is the end. So I'm pretty excited for that. I think this is going to be
the girl that plays Nebula though says she's willing to play Nebula still. So,
I think
that's
characters like that we'll see again for sure.
What's her name again?
Karen.
Yep,
Gillan?
Karen Gillan.
Yep, Karen.
Yeah.
Gillan. But I think Guardians 3 is going to be great. I love the first 2 movies, so we've heard a ton of things. Gamora, and that obviously doesn't remember the crew, so she's the leader of the Ravengers when we pick up in this, and we're also going to get the origin story of Rocket. So a lot of flashbacks to Rocket and the torture he had to endure in his early years.
So you guys said Drax is done. Is he not in this one?
No, he's in it.
No, he's in it. He just wanted, like he had mentioned a lot of times, Batista, that he wanted this to hurry up because he says he's getting too old. He's like nearing 60. He's getting too old to be
Really? Wow.
working out, and just playing Drax because he's, shirtless the entire time.
My bad. Never mind. Tony said it. He's like, I got spoiled one thing that will be addressed in Guardians 3. I'm not ready for it. That was in the trailer that the Comic-Con saw. A trailer that we'll probably get, I would say, in a few weeks, maybe a month. The origin story of Rocket Raccoon and the torture of Rocket. Which sounds heartbreaking because we've heard all about it in the first 2 movies. So now they're finally going to show us that. And we're also getting Cosmo, the Russian space dog, played by the same actress who played Borat's daughter in Borat 2.
Is Howard the Duck coming back?
He should. He should come back. I'd love a Howard the Duck TV show, him solving mysteries in the MCU multiverse. That would be great. Victoria, what is the next film? What's the next one? It's Loki season 2. We all like Loki, right? We all enjoyed it.
It's been a while.
Yeah, we all enjoyed it. A lot of multiverse action. Jet skis.
Again, 3 years.
The introduction of the multiverse.
3 years. It's pretty much our introduction into the multiverse. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
that's where we get all the King stuff, King the Conqueror, and all this other stuff. Yeah. It's been 2-3 years now, man. It's too long. Too long to wait for some of these things.
It is long. They planned a lot of stuff out far, but I think season 2 is really going to turn things up a notch. I think Loki's going to get weird. It's a weird show, and that's what I like about it. That it's able to take some risks. It's funny. Tom Hiddleston is obviously great, but Owen Wilson is a great addition too.
Oh my god, I forgot about him.
And the female Loki was great too.
Oh, yep. She was awesome. She was so good.
Is a dog or a lizard? There's a lizard. Loki, right?
It was a lizard Loki too. But there's a lot of things that they set up at the end of season 1. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out come next season. So it's a thumbs up from us. I mean, we all seem to be excited about that one.
That's a long time.
Which is weird. We talk about Marvel fatigue, and then they announce a bunch of things, and we get excited again.
It's good shit sometimes.
It's a violent cycle.
You know what, though? Because I'll say this, is this Phase 4 just seems to have lasted so long. And it's partially because of the pandemic. Shit wasn't able to be filmed and stuff. But just Phase 4 just seems so long. And nothing really besides like Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, was really worth the hype. Like Eternals, I liked it, but I'm not gonna go out and say it was my favorite one or top 5.
The word on Eternals was that Marvel had confidence that it would win Best Picture. So I think people hearing things like that, and then the trailers were so emotional. When the movie came out, everybody was like, "Man, that was kind of a dud, wasn't it?"
It really was, and it played like it was gonna be some big,
operatic epic, man. It was like that, like Watchmen or something. Yeah.
And it had the cast. It's just
it had the cast and the scope, dude.
And the Harry.
The thing is, there's people that do believe that the movie succeeds at all of that. There's a lot of people out there that believe it. But I think for most of us speaking, it did fall flat. It did have a great vision. The effects were cool. The cinematography was cool. But for me, I didn't care about any of those characters at all. I care about the end credits. It was cool. And Blade, the little.
Is there a certain character you liked in the end credits?
Blade, the ebony blade that they mentioned.
Sure.
Gator Loki. Thank you, Brett, for the correction.
No Eros love.
Something that I want from Phase 5 and 6 is more dark, less humor, pretty much. I think we're gonna get that, dude. Especially with Secret Wars. If they pull this off, I'm betting Doctor Doom. They haven't said it, but Doctor Doom plays into Secret Wars big time. We're going to get a casting announcement for Doom. It's time for Doctor Doom, to be the big Darth Vader of Marvel. We haven't had it yet. He's been a joke every time we've seen him on screen. The coolest thing he ever did was in that last movie. He was making heads explode, which has never been a thing I can remember him doing. But for some reason, he did it in that movie. Okay, so the next one, the Marvels. Gabe, you liked Captain Marvel, didn't you?
I did like the first Captain Marvel. I guess the only Captain Marvel.
Kamala Khan is joining. So we have the Marvels. Nia DaCosta, who did Candyman, directing. So she steps into the director's chair. I think this is going to be good. And I think the change up of directors is the thing that gets me excited. I thought she had such a unique vision with Candyman. I had my issues with the ending. I thought the ending felt a bit rushed. I would love to see a director's cut that's like maybe 15 minutes
Careful.
longer of that movie. Making sure I'm not blocking anybody. Sorry, guys. It's the sex spots. But I haven't heard much about this yet. But just from the creative switch ups and then adding Kamala Khan from her show, I think it's going to be solid. I don't know much else about the project besides that.
Yeah, me neither. I never understood the hate for Brie Larson as Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of her since she did The Room. She's done pretty solid stuff, and so I don't know. I mean, I like the first one, so I'm excited to see what they're going to bring in and for the second one.
My issues with that movie were sometimes we in the MCU we get these directors that they do a small movie and then Kevin Feige goes, "Here you go do this big thing," right? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Ryan Coogler, it worked. James Gunn, for the most part, only did like B movies and comedies, and obviously Slither too. But then he does Guardians, and it works. And I think with the directors of Mississippi Grind, who did Captain Marvel, great movie by the way, Mississippi Grind. They had never done this big epic blockbuster, and you could feel that in the movie. It feels flat. So I can understand if people had an issue with the tone and the story because it is kind of forgettable. But Brie Larson was none of the issues at least I had with Captain Marvel. So, and I did like the Skrulls in that too, and CGI Sam Jackson. I like that. But okay, so then we have Ironheart in the fall. I'm excited for Ironheart. They hint at her in Wakanda Forever. So
You're gonna have to lead Ironheart because I've never heard of Ironheart.
Me neither.
Female Iron Man. That's all you need to know.
Oh.
Female Iron Man. You
Is it
see
gonna
her.
be
It's
what's
the
her
girl in
face?
the trailer. She's got the hammer. She busts down. You see the metal heart, Ironheart. This is a relatively new character, but it is becoming a fan favorite. So I think we're going to get something really cool. And I miss the Iron Man tech, man. I'm really excited to see the Iron Man tech back into the universe. It's not going to be Tony Stark, but I think we're going to get a pretty compelling character with this.
Okay, cool.
And then I also believe Don Cheadle will be in the show as well. He's confirmed to return. He's been in the background as Rhodey every so often with the Winter Soldier and this, so should be cool. Blade. We're excited for Blade. We finally got a release date. It's been in production for a long time, very long time, but it's finally here. We got Blade, and nothing else. And next year, that's all we need to know. I'm excited.
Next year. That's it. That's all I need.
We'll run through these fairly quickly, guys, because we have that
About an
announcement to
hour.
make at the end. We're already up in the hour mark.
Hurry up.
All right,
You want me to run through them?
run through
them.
them, and then we'll say yes or no.
All right. Agatha, Coven of Chaos. Based off WandaVision.
Maybe.
Maybe down for
Maybe.
it, kind of.
Interesting,
Maybe.
right? All right. Daredevil Born Again.
Yes.
Yes.
Big time. 18 episodes. I think it's gonna be good.
Damn.
18
Finally.
I think 18 episodes works for the show. Remember, he's a lawyer. I mean, we're going to see a lot of cases he's going to take on.
Wait. Hold on. Are they bringing back Foggy and Deborah,
I
whatever?
think they're all coming back. Yeah, from what this is a bit of a soft reboot.
Deborah Wall was her name, the redhead from True Blood.
She was great. And I think this was officially confirmed, obviously, at Comic-Con, but people have been talking about this for at least a year. We've been hearing that Disney is bringing it back, and they were always going to bring it
Because I know they did say John Bernthal was coming back as the Punisher in this.
That would be ballsy. I think it would be good. We'll see. He's a dark character, that version of the character is incredibly violent.
Right.
So I'd be 100% down for it. I don't think Disney's going to drop the ball. I think a lot of people think they are because a lot of the shows have been lighthearted. Even Moon Knight, who's a bit of a darker character, that show is a little lighthearted. But I don't think they're going to do that with Daredevil. Calling it Born Again, man, it's going to bring us back to the violent nature of the Netflix show. So, what next?
Captain America: New World Order.
Yeah,
Yes.
Man, I liked the show. I think a lot of people were down on the show. I thought the villain was but other than that, I liked all the new characters, the supporting cast, White Russell. So, New World Order, it's going to be cool.
Thunderbolts.
Yes, this is the Suicide Squad of Marvel.
Oh.
This is what they were setting up in the Winter Soldier, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I'm 100% for this. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is probably gonna pretty much lead the team, especially now that William Hurt is not with us anymore. He passed. So I'm big on this. I think this is gonna be a really cool idea. What's next?
Next one. I feel like I don't even need to ask for these next three, but the first one's Fantastic Four.
No.
Say what you will, man. I've been waiting forever.
I was
for
like, hold
a
on,
really
wait,
good
no?
Fantastic Four, and I think they're gonna nail it. Who knows who's gonna be the Fantastic Four? We don't know who's directing, but at least we got a release date.
Actually,
so it is on the rumor mill.
Oh my god, I locked it.
All right. What's next?
Avengers: The Kang Dynasty.
I'm with it. Kang Dynasty is gonna lead right into Secret Wars,
which is
two-parter, only months apart, man.
Only months apart.
They've never done that before. Months apart.
May 2nd and November 7th.
Yeah. What do we think? Are you excited for? Are you ready for a new Avengers sort of setup? Are you ready for this?
Sort of, yeah. I mean, I just think it's funny that Kevin Feige had mentioned over multiple times, "Oh, the Avengers aren't coming back. The Avengers are done," and then here we come with 2 new Avenger movies. Obviously, yes, money talks, and they're obviously gonna change up the Avengers at this point. I did obviously, so you're gonna have obviously Captain Marvel, maybe Spider-Man, and AntMan.
Yeah,
really weird.
It's gonna be really weird seeing the older members in it.
Not the older members, but I will say this, because they have blocks, right? And I think they'll probably announce X-Men. And they could bring an X-Men into the Avengers because, Wolverine, Logan's always been part of it.
Logan's always been an Avenger. Zac Efron, that would be cool. I'm down for this. They announced the director, Daniel Destin.
For what?
Director of Shang-Chi. Forgetting his name. But I thought he did solid with Shang-Chi. I'm not big on that movie, but so many people love it. I thought the action was spectacular in that.
Destin Daniel Cretton.
Okay, yes. The direction he gave in that movie was really good. And I think he was the right choice for the Kang Dynasty. I'm guessing they're going to choose a different director, maybe Ryan Coogler for Secret Wars. They need somebody that can handle all that action. I'm telling you, Doctor Doom is going to be the big bad. I think
maybe to bring in the Russos again.
We'll see. The Russos are kind of on a downward spiral right now, and everybody's not big on the Gray Man and Cherry. So we'll see.
The Gray Man was good.
I like the Gray Man. I don't think it was that bad.
Armis, y'all talking all that shit.
I like her a lot. Real quick, I'll mention some comments and then we can move on. Oppenheimer teaser. That was a great teaser, man. We did see it. It was with Nope. So
which we saw a second time.
I didn't think to add it to the show notes because it was like this
last
thing.
Week.
Now it's officially online, but it was kind of last week, right when the movie came out. But I love that Nolan, no matter how the movie ends up, whatever you think, I love that he always teases the movie a year in advance.
Teasers always loud as hell too.
And his teasers are very loud. They're cool. Okay, bring back Elektra from the Daredevil show. I think bringing back Elektra would be great. I love Elektra. I think all those characters, dude. I think.
Or we bringing back Jennifer Gardner?
Yes, that was a bad movie. Okay.
Rumor mill.
Real quick, we're gonna dive into the rumor mill. It's a little segment where we talk about something that's hot in the rumor news at the moment that maybe nobody's confirmed yet, but we'll dive into it. Victoria, what is it?
Obviously, John Krasinski. Those are words. John Krasinski as Reed Richards in the solo Fantastic Four film, which we talked about coming out in 2024. I don't know how you feel about this. I feel like you go back and forth specifically on what you want out of him. Like it feels like fan service, maybe.
Gabe, you go first because this is coming from a Jimmy Fallon interview. Jimmy was grilling John about, "Are you in it? Are you in it? Are you in it?" But what was weird about this interview is that John Krasinski claimed that he couldn't confirm that he was in the movie.
So he's in it.
Why would he say that if he's not in the movie? If his cameo was just a one-off, why is he just not going, "No, I'm not in the movie. We did that for the fans"? What do you think?
Because they all play coy with Marvel. Everybody wants to be in Marvel's. Everybody wants that Marvel money. And he's not going to say whether he's in it or not, because if he says he's not in it, then people are going to pan, Fantastic Four. Sure. If he says he's in it, then Kevin Feige is going to be all mad because it's like, okay, you're letting the cat out of the bag. We're still maybe 6 months away, maybe a couple months, maybe a year away from them fully announcing a whole cast of characters, if that. Right. So he can't really. He's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. Yeah. So I think that he's just keeping tight-lipped, not saying anything, just trying to see how things plays out. Because I have heard that Marvel wants somebody else for Reed Richards. That his cameo was just that, a cameo.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Dude, I've heard the same thing. This interview is weird. It's weird because he is playing. He's definitely playing around, and it could just be him playing around. But I think what's crazy is that the Andrew Garfield thing has thrown everybody for a loop. Or if somebody says they're not in a movie, they go, "Are they in the movie?" There we go. Brentman says it at the exact same moment. John saying he in Fantastic Four is like Andrew Garfield saying he is in No Way Home. It's feeling like that, man. But what's crazy is there was a lot of No Way Home leaks that were leading to Andrew being in the movie. Then him just saying I'm not in the movie, there was actual evidence. With Fantastic Four, we know nothing. Director drops out. John Watts doesn't do the movie, which I think works towards the movie's benefit. John Watts is a good director, but I think it's time to get some fresh blood in there that knows the source material from the back of their hand.
So if John's in it, is Emily Blunt going to be in it too, as Sue Storm?
But she doesn't even want to be the character from what we know. I mean, there's that famous interview where she snaps at the reporter for even asking her that question. So
right.
Who knows? But I think for me personally, I'd like to see I want to see a different cast in there. I don't John, it was a cool cameo, but I don't need that version of Reed Richards.
I'd like to see Chris Evans as Johnny Storm. I think he'd be a good Johnny Storm.
Where do you get the idea that he'd be a good Johnny Storm from? Jessica Alba. I don't know.
Michael Chiklis.
Yeah, he was a great thing, man. I don't care what anybody says. He was a perfect Ben Grimm.
Would be a good Reed Richards?
Who? Not Harry Styles. He's too young.
Harry Styles.
No, you know who would actually be a good Reed Richards? Miles Teller.
Yeah. Hey, you're onto something.
I'm onto something.
Where did you get that idea from? You know what? But it always pains me when I read that they can never get Fantastic Four right, because it is the baby. It's Stan Lee and Jack Kirby's baby, man. This is the thing that starts everything. And they
you're that way with Fantastic Four, and I'm that way with X-Men. They can never get the X-Men right. Never can.
I think they're gonna get it right this time. They're on the right track. Whatever they announce, X-Men's gonna kick ass, dude. It's gonna kick. So. We'll see. But that's the Marvel stuff, right? So if you're coming to the end of the show, thank you for everybody that stuck around. Everybody that stuck around. It was a
Gracias.
So we have some announcements to make. First off, I'd like to shout out a show that I'm going to be on soon. I'm recording the episode this weekend. I believe Gabe is also recording an episode.
Yes.
With him. Connor is starting, or he already has started a podcast called Not That Bad. And we're going to be on there. I'm going to be on there. Then Gabe's going to be on there. So it's pretty much movies that you think aren't that bad, that are critically slammed. Fans don't love them. They don't do great at the box office. And we just talk about like why we like these movies. And I really like that idea. That's kind of like how we started too. You know,
it is.
Talking about movies that like were hated, and I think it's so cool. So I'm excited to go on that episode, and I chose a really cool movie as well.
What'd you choose?
Can't tell you. I don't know if Connor's gonna shoot me Kevin Feige style if he's in the chat.
I was thinking of Corky Romano.
You know, I actually almost chose the 1994 Fantastic Four that you can only watch on bootleg on YouTube. Mm-hmm. I almost chose it, but it was too much of a deep cut. So
I feel like you chose Resurrection.
No, I didn't. I think everybody expected me to. Brett says Gabe's episode is Jason X. God, I hope not. Very excited to have you guys on. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Okay. Guys, we've been growing this channel through many different phases. We had the first phase of talking about bad movies. That's where the name comes from.
Without me.
We're never going to change the name. We just love doing it. Second phase, obviously, we switched to the live show after a break, right?
Right.
And we kind of get our bearings and we understand what it's going to be. And then now it's become this news cycle where we break down our thoughts on the world of movie news, and it's the best version it's been. So I wouldn't consider us a flat-out horror-centric channel, although we all are horror fans. We love horror movies, and we love the Halloween season. So we wanted to do something special on the channel. And I think you guys are going to like what we're going to do. And I'm going to play a little teaser that pretty much nails everything. So here it is.
I can't with you guys still being in the background.
God, it was crap 4:3.
It wasn't big enough.
Guys, it's 4:3. VHS aspect ratio. We're doing this show on the channel, guys, called My Favorite Horror Movie, where we bring on peers in the YouTube podcasting community. And each episode, it's going to be for about 9 weeks. We'll have a new guest each week talking about their favorite horror movie and a movie that is important to them. Something, pretty much a celebration of why we love these movies and why we grew up with them. And it's going to be great. I'm really excited for this. We have a whole list of people that are coming on. Some people that have never been on the show, people you've never guessed would ever even want to come on the show, but clearly do. We got a lot of people. I can't say who. We're still working out scheduling, and there's a couple other slots that are going to be filled, but keep a lookout for that in September, October. Gabe, you're pretty excited for this, right? I mean,
I am. We've talked about, with some episodes that when we don't have guests, some for you, some for me, some for Victoria. And it's like, I am excited to share with everybody, some of my favorite horror movies, our favorite horror movies, and just, again, shoot the shit about horror movies, during spooky season.
This is a celebration of horror. It's a celebration of movies. I mean, this channel is about the love for movies. I want to make this a place. We want to make this a place where no matter who you are or what your love is, we talk about every kind of film, whether it's NC-17 Blonde or Super Pets or whatever it is. We want to talk about everything.
Super Pets.
Super Pets. We'll get into that in a second because there actually is one more thing to talk about, Super Pets. But that's what this show is. You guys are going to love who we bring on. There's going to be a ton of really cool guests on these episodes, really fun, funny, insightful guests.
Still trying to nail some down, too.
And there's about 3 slots we got to nail down. But for the most part, everybody else is pretty much locked. And once we get the dates locked in, maybe within the next few weeks, we'll have a whole list for you guys to see of who's going to be on there. But if you love horror movies, which I'm guessing you do, come check us out. Grab a bowl of popcorn, snacks, whatever it is. Watch the movie, and we're going to talk about it, man.
Right. And if you
big for Halloween.
Right. And if you guys want to be part of our special guests, just sell me a couple $100. I could put you on the list.
We'll get you in.
Just saying.
No, but
we'll get you in.
We don't bring too many guests on the show. Every so often, we'll have a Brett man, maybe Leo. That's about it. But no, we keep it to the main 3. So I thought, what better way than to celebrate what we all love in this community than horror movies, right?
Right.
I'm excited. I'm excited who we have coming on because it's gonna be great, guys. It's gonna be really good. Thank you guys in the comments to see everybody congratulating us and Connor on the channel. I'm really excited about Connor's channel. They have a few episodes in, guys. On your commute, whatever it is, check out Connor's channel. Bloodbath with the googly eyes. I don't know. Spooky season.
Yep.
It's gonna take a lot of bribing to get me. Maybe some cherry Pepsi.
Sharny's gonna be there.
Sharny's gonna be there. Sharny's gonna be on the show. Okay, we got one last thing. Obviously,
you skipped it.
I know. New releases.
League of Super Pets.
League of Super Pets. Gabe, you actually saw this movie.
Today.
Throw us your
I saw it today.
What did you think?
Actually, I wore my Batman shirt with a cape.
Oh, the cape! You've been hiding that.
I left the cape on for some reason.
You held back on us.
I know.
How was the movie, dude?
It was cute. Me and Tony fight about this. I have a review up on TikTok, but in Spanish. No, but I'll say this one in English here. It was cute. It was definitely animated. Kid friendly. It's just basically Superman's, dog who has, Crypto, who also has powers, and then all these other animals get powers too, and they fight a naked guinea pig, basically, is a big baddie.
I'm in.
Yeah. And it's, I don't know, like I said, it's just a nice little kids movie. For some reason, no reason, I was going to take my granddaughter to it, but she fell asleep before we left the house. So I went by myself with a cape on in a movie theater full of children. So as you can imagine, I felt pretty weird.
Those parents were on the guard.
Absolutely. But like I said, I had fun. I had a lot of fun with it.
I want to see it.
I'm excited for this movie, actually. From the teasers and stuff.
I'd still say The Bad Guys was probably the better kids animated movie.
Yeah.
But this was a close second.
Yeah, the Bad Guys was great. So that was the new releases. So you give it a thumbs up overall.
Yes. And then I also watched the first 3 episodes of Harley Quinn on HBO Max. Watch it. That is not a kids show though. Harley Quinn and Ivy get busy, like from the get-go.
You've been busy about this show, man. You've been singing its praises the entire time.
Since it started, the first season, since I watched the first season back when it was called DC Infinite Universe, when the DC had their own stuff. That show's amazing, and it continues to amaze.
Cool. So that was the new releases. You guys know about my favorite horror movie series coming September. Please tune in for that. Thank you guys every week. Everybody in the comments who joined. Those who watched, maybe the silent watchers. That one guy who said something about hydration and cucking. I don't know what that comment was. The sex bots.
The porn bots.
Sex bots. You guys are here.
It's because you were overloading.
I was over Make sure to check out Overload on X video. Sex bots. You guys are here every week, and I thank you. They're our most loyal supporters. Even Connor. Connor, again, thank you for having us on. Can't wait to go on your show. Sorry about the block, by the way. We'll figure that out. So thank you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share every Thursday, the Flopbuster Movie Show. Guys, anything else before we close out?
I don't think so.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.